And does sound here at Eltham Central Oval, underway on your NFNL's Match of the Day. Robinson and Urban, no real winner out of the ruck. Stafford goes in hard, the ball falls to the front. Jesse King wins it out for Bundoora. It's slapped on. Now Moncrief streams inside forward 50. Ball towards the goal line. It sails through. Lovely finish by O'Neill Moncrief. McAvoy just watched it sail over his head, and a quick first goal for the Bulls.
Yeah, they could not have drawn that start up any better. 15 seconds is all it took to make an impact. Really clever tap from Isaac McMillan there. He knew he was hot under pressure, and he just tapped it to the advantage of O'Neill Moncrief there, who did the rest, drawn from 50. And as you said, really good body work from Peter McAvoy, just not giving away an infringement, and hot start to the Bulls.
Probably could not ask for a single better start, winning the ball out of the middle and then slotting it through, streaming inside forward 50. What a confidence builder for the Bulls, having a low-scoring one last week and had a lot of blemishes, a lot of behinds last week. That's a big one early for the Bulls as we're set to go once more. Urban wins the tap out that time. Instantly good tackle laid by Cooper Dahms on Tom Fry, and we'll toss it up again. In the middle of Eltham Central Oval here. Again, Urban wins the tap out. Fry underneath. McMillan it was. Ball is one forward. Good tackle laid once more by Dahms. Umpire crosses himself.
It's then the earlier advantage of Urban of his athletic ability, just rising above and getting his first hands on it early days.
Urban once more with the tap out. Fry underneath it. He's tackled instantly. Does get the handball out. Oscar Berry gets to it first for Eltham. Small handball to Declan Ayres. He's dispossessed. It's picked up by Malia for the Bulls. He sends a high ball towards the goal line once again. Where's McAvoy? Comes streaming in. Can't take it. Good fist over by Jaden Collins. And we will toss it back in. Forward pocket. Early momentum. Bundoora.
Strongest ball from Collins there, as you said. McAvoy was hunting that footy out. He has a look in his eye today, McAvoy, doesn't he?
Forward pocket broadcast side here at Eltham Central Oval. McAvoy lets it go past him once more. One out of the middle. McMillan, handball off. Shot at goal is smothered off the boot by Declan Ayres. Good smother from the shot by Moncrief once more. Bit of byplay with Ayres and Moncrief. Big brute full-back for Eltham, Declan Ayres. Or centre-half back, depending on the tactics. Ball tossed back into play once more. McAvoy wrestling with Collins. It falls to the back of the pack. McMillan there. He's dispossessed. Good tackle laid once more from Dahms. That's about his third in the first few minutes. Picked up. Dispossessed, though. Holding the ball. Free kick going against Liam Collard. It'll be a free kick to Minahan of Eltham. Can they find a bit of possession now? First real time they've got their hands on the footy. Almost 3 minutes into this contest. Minahan, his kick is askew. Berry can't take the mark. McCormick does keep it in for Eltham, and now boundary line wins out on centre wing.
Just looked very indecisive there with their game plan. Eltham didn't know he looked inboard towards centre half back, but ultimately went down the line, and just wonder what the plan will be moving forward today.
Boundary umpire tosses it back in. Robinson at the front of the pack, coming in over the back was Urban. It's picked up by Dahms for Eltham. He sends a handball out towards McCormick. McMillan with good pressure. And it is out of bounds. We'll toss it back in. Good hot start early in this one on your NFNL's Match of the Day. Round 14 action, Melbourne Greyhounds Division 1. One straight 6 place, no score yet. 3.5 gone first term. Ball tossed back into play. Front of the pack, Robinson. McCormick underneath it. Ball ricochets off his shin. And the boundary line again is the victor. Good hot contested footy early, Jack.
Yeah, absolutely. Got my eye on a few matchups the early days. It looks like Kai Turner did have... it's Declan Ayres with Liam Marley. They'll be a matchup to keep a close eye on.
Robinson at the front of the pack again. Dahms tackled. Umpire crossed himself instantly. He's had a bit of an early Cooper Dahms with a few tackles as well. Over the back, Robinson again that time. Stafford underneath it. He's wrapped up by Urban. Not a lot of space here early since that first goal for Bundoora. It's been hotly contested stoppage football. Urban taps it out. Stafford can't take it with his hands. McCormick throws on the boot and sends it forward for Eltham. It falls to the back. West taken without it, and now Bundoora can retreat. A high ball towards this broadcast wing. Good mark taken by McMillan. Outbodied Stafford. Plays on with the handball, and now they've got another inside 50 entry. It's a poor kick. Couldn't pick it up there for the Bulls, and now Ayres retreats. And he sends a high ball. It's a risky kick out wide. Coming over the top. And now Eltham do have it, though, and they can retreat with a ball out. And they find Swaney. Good retreat for the Panthers. Lockie Swaney has it. True centre-half back, and he brings it out wide to Kai Turner. Now a bit of reprieve for the Panthers. Darting ball inside to McCormick. Did really well to grab it on the half volley, and he sends a ball down the line to Malloy. They've worked that out well, have the Panthers. He moves it on quickly now. Sends the ball further forward. Bell Chambers. Ball inside forward, 50 to the top of the square. No mark taken by Evans. Tackle laid. Costanzo did well. Evans does it again though. Malloy. And now the boundary line wins out again. First inside forward 50 entry for the Panthers.
Yeah, and the start of Jason McCormack on the half-back line just managed to tap the ball to his advantage and drive the Panthers forward when they were in a bit of trouble.
Toss back into play. Minahan at the front. He retreats possession himself. Ball's in dispute. Handball out wide. Right foot snap from McCormick is high towards the goal line. Ball still in play. Kept in. Kofod, and now Lovalvo wins it out for the Bulls. He handles it off to Costanzo. Keeps it in play. They send a ball out towards the far wing, but it's cut off by Kai Turner. He'll be sending it back in for the Panthers. He's probably about 50 metres out from goal now. Looks to be lining up. He's taken a fair few steps back. Looks for an option. Decides against Kai Turner. He's used a bit of his time, so he won't have much time to line up properly. Umpire still giving him time. Now he blows his whistle to move it on. Turner plays on. Long towards the goal line. Big pack of players stand under it. Ball still in dispute at the bottom of the pack. Fitzgerald under there for the Bulls. Taken to ground. And we will ball it up probably about 2 or 3 metres from the goal line.
They've done well the last few minutes, Eltham, just to get the sting out of the game. They started a little bit slow, but they've got the game on their terms here.
Toss back up once more. Tap out from Bundoora. Can they work it out of here? Fry sends a spiralling ball outside of the goal line. Underneath it, Wortley keeps it in for Eltham. Hands off to Turner. He handballs it back. Swaney back to Turner. He's tackled. The umpire says high contact going the way of the Panthers. Free kick to Turner. He moves it on quickly to Matty Zerner. They're about 2 kicks from home at the Panthers. Zerner moves it on and sends it inside the forward 50 once more. Mark taken. Umpire waves play on. Evans probably had it. Not paid. Now they move it out through Fitzgerald. Good tackle by Sullivan. And we're wrapped up again. Ball up inside forward 50 for Eltham. Now they've had it for the last few minutes, Jack.
Yeah, very stiff for David Evans. He had a good pace of it, just didn't quite bring it down. And ball's thrown up now inside Eltham forward 50.
Minahan picks up for the Panthers. Spin past one tackle. McMillan had him. Gets the handball out though. Now it's with Sullivan for the Panthers. Tries to sidestep one and keep it in. Ball's in dispute inside the forward 50. Bell Chambers takes possession now. Handball off. Is cut off though. Underneath it, Crawford. Now Lovalvo. Handball out. Can Bundoora work it out of here? The umpire said holding the ball, it looks like. Free kick going the way of the Bulls. No, it must have been a holding the man free kick. Luke Lovalvo, recipient of the free, and moves it on quickly. Looking for an option now. Sends one high into the Eltham sky, out towards the far wing. Doing well. Good retreat from Kolar. He takes a bounce. Streaming through the middle of Eltham Central Oval. Handballs it back inside. Harris, ball inside the forward 50. King can't take the mark. It goes over his head. Chasing it is McAvoy. Going to ground. Now it's picked up. Handball tried to stay in from Keegan Downey. But it is out of bounds inside the forward pocket as the conditions do darken here in Eltham.
Got out of trouble there, Eltham. They'll take a throw in here after Mitchell Green lost his feet, just trying to tap towards the boundary line, and problem averted for the minute.
8.5 gone first term. Bulls still 1 goal, 6 to no score. Underneath it. Picked up by Ayres. He's tackled by McMillan. Umpire still lets him go, and now they're holding the ball. Free kick is paid. Good tackle laid by Isaac McMillan. Probably spun Declan Ayres around 2 or 3 times. And it will be a free kick 30 metres out directly in front for McMillan.
Really, really clever from McMillan there. He just sort of sat off the contest for a little bit of time and almost just enough to give Ayres that prior opportunity and give himself a free kick. And we've just got to keep an eye on Kai Turner, who is limping from the ground after a collision on the half-forward line. And hopefully he's back out there soon for the Panthers' sake.
Isaac McMillan for the Bulls' second of the day. His kick is up. And it is there. Goal umpire had to work for it a little bit. But he's put it through. And the Bulls are out by 12 points early days first term.
Yeah, just efficient going inside 50 at the minute, aren't they, the Bulls? Every time they're going in, they're able to capitalise. And Eltham, they did have the play for 5 minutes or so inside their front half, but just the Bulls' strong defence made scoring pretty much impossible for them. So, look, Eltham, we will be looking to get a reply sooner rather than later.
As you said, Jack, Eltham probably had the ball for the last 5 or 6 minutes deep inside their forward half, their forward 50, but Absolutely nothing to reward for it on the scoreboard. Bundoora 2 straight 12. Leads no score Eltham. 10 minutes gone in this first term. As I wouldn't be surprised if the rain does come down a little bit here at Eltham Central Oval. Ball's in dispute in the middle of the ground. Now Bundoora win it out and win the centre stoppage. There's a chase on. Zerner, can he get there first for the Panthers? Ball sits up for him, but he lets it go over the boundary line. Probably the right choice. Played the percentages there. We'll toss it back in just forward to centre for Bundoora. In front of the pavilion here at Eltham Central Oval. Good turnout today here at Eltham. As we said, big matchup in your Melbourne Greyhounds Division 1. Ball tossed back into play. At the front of the pack, Robinson gets the tap out. Chasing it is McMillan, but Bellchambers gets there first. McMillan does take him over the boundary line, though. We'll ball it in again.
Two very good stoppage and contested teams going at it, and as a result, we're seeing plenty of ball-ins from the boundary umpires the other days.
Boundary umpire throws it back in once more. Urban did well with the bodywork, but the umpire says he was holding. Free kick going the way of Keith Robinson. And it looks like a 50-metre penalty as well. Not sure if Urban wasn't too happy with the call. And Robinson will probably post up from about 45 metres out. Interesting to see whether he has a shot. He is lining up. Difficult kick in these conditions, but worth a crack when you've got no score on the board as of yet. Robinson arcs out to the right. His kick is up. It won't get the journey. And there is a whistle. Looks like there is a free kick going the way of the Panthers, it looks like. It is. David Evans out there. Not sure what that one was called for. Free kick to David Evans. Now Eltham at their first crack of goal.
Yeah, and it's the man that they want to have it. David Evans is their leading goal kicker for the season with 26 majors, and he'll be looking to make it 27 with a drop punt from a tight angle.
Interesting call with the drop punt. David Evans comes in spitting conditions here at Eltham. His kick is up, and it is through. Good finish from the Eltham spearhead forward. They get their first of the day.
Yeah, and much needed as the rain just starts. It drizzled down at Eltham Central here, so Evans will be happy he's got his first on the board, and he's going to be a key part for the Panthers today if they're to generate a winning score.
Inside forward 50 free kicks are always helpful, plus the ill discipline in the middle of the ground for Bundoora. Gives Eltham an easy opportunity at goal. One straight plays two straight. 12 and a half gone first term. And early days, this one looks like it might have the likes that we were hoping for of a close Division 1. Maybe both teams, maybe one, maybe neither of them. Finals bound matchup. As we are back in the middle of Eltham Central Oval. Ball's tossed back up once more. Urban with a tap out to the right. Now they win the centre clearance out through Moncrief. He sends a high ball inside the forward 50. Front of the pack, Downey. His opponent was nowhere to be seen. And he takes the easiest of chest marks. Had to juggle it in the end in the slippery conditions. But he will line up from about 35 out on the slightest of angles.
Yeah, he just generated plenty of space from his opponent. Don't know how he got that much space. It must have been a block on the front half from Peter McAvoy there. But just the 4 games this year for Downey. He's got 5 goals, and should be making that number 6 with this kick.
Downey comes in. His kick is up, and it is there. They loved it the moment it left the boot, did the Bundoora faithful. And now they've got 3 on the board. And as I said earlier, so important for Bundoora to put through, more goals than behinds. Last week, they found themselves, particularly in the third quarter, just putting through a flurry of behinds back to back to back. So this is definitely good for the confidence of the Bulls. Downey gets his first of the day.
And it's another inside 50 straight to a goal. So Bundoora forwards are having their way at the minute, and the Eltham defence needs to find a way to reply. If they're going to give up the centre clearances, midfielders need to get to work, as well as the defenders, to limit the scoreboard damage.
It's a lovely centre clearance work by Moncrief. As we are in the middle once again. Tap out from Urbon that time, coming through the pack once more. Moncrief couldn't retrieve by hands that time. Ball's in dispute, and now it's one out for Bundoora, but Ayres takes a good intercept mark. Just inside the defensive 50. Almost slipped in the dirt there. Sends a ball out wide to the wing. Couldn't take it though. Oh, it is kept in though by Coford. Thought the boundary line went out that time, as there is a lot of bodies under this ball now. The umpire will ball it up. Coford slapped it in, ran to the gate. Had to come back in and get it himself. Centre wing, ball up. 15 minutes gone, first term. Trying to tap it out was Evans that time. And the boundary line does win out again. Lockie Swaney there, ricocheting with Isaac McMillan.
Could have nearly been a disaster for Cofer there as he kept it in. Thought he had a bit of support, had none, and Bulls could have gone inside 50, but a swift recovery from Cofer stopped the danger.
Boundary umpire tosses it back into play once more. Evans and Urban. Evans slaps it out with the left hand, trying to get it to Glasgow, but couldn't gain possession. And now Moncrief is wrapped up, and the umpire says holding the ball. Tried to take on one too many. O'Neill Moncrief. Free kick going the way of Sullivan for Eltham. Cameron Sullivan, little darting ball inside to Lockie Swaney. Umpire says not 15, play on. Swaney has to swing around onto the right boot and move it on quickly. Sends a high ball towards the forward fifth for Eltham. Picked up now by Harris for Bundoora. He sends a sweeping handball out wide. Finds the hands of Lavolvo. Moves it on quickly. McMillan. Handball back towards the centre-half forward position for the Bulls. Good mark taken there by Collar. He handballs it on now. Can they get another inside 50? Darting ball out wide. Tripping over at the wrong time was Joel Harris. And the ball bounces past him, and it'll be a boundary throw-in about 55 metres out from the Bulls' goal.
Only light rain at the minute, but we see it's almost starting to make an impact as a few players have lost their footing in recent minutes, so they'll be one to keep an eye on.
Ball tossed back into play once more. Front of the pack, Evans gets the tap out in front of McAvoy. Underneath it, Moncrief. He picks it up now. Dispossessed, though. Darms' tackle. And it's now out of bounds on the full free kick, says the boundary umpire. Pretty confident with that one. Evans plays it on. Wrong choice in the end, probably. And now Bell Chambers sends a high mongrelling ball into the sky. Probably gained higher than it did further. And now Malia, umpire says ball up. Looks like he's paid a draw there, the umpire, between Malia and Ayres. And we'll toss it back up. Underneath it, Collins. Malia comes bursting through the pack. Gets past the tackle. Right foot snap to the goal line. And Downey almost took the mark on the goal line. Keeping it in is Green for the Panthers. And now they retreat. Wortley, his ball out wide. Goes out of bounds in front of the Bundoora.
Jeez, that would have been something out of nothing there from Liam Marley, and just didn't need to mark that on the goal line, it looked, but no major for him there.
Picked up there by Sullivan for the Panthers. It's cut off though. Left foot snap. Moncrief. Spiralling ball towards the goal line is across the face. And it is a minor score. First blemish of the day for either side. Going the way of O'Neill Moncrief. 3-1-19 plays one straight 6. 18 minutes gone. First term. 13-point lead to the Bulls. And Zerner is to bring it back in for the Panthers. Little darting ball inside is good. And now they move it on once more. Wortley back to Zerner. He goes through the middle of the ground. It's a good kick. Finds a teammate. He finds Minahan. Good ball from Zerner. Minahan moves it on quickly now. Out to Malloy. Or McCormick it was. High ball towards the goal line. Mark taken. And now it looks like it might be Axton West out there, if I'm correct. It is Axton West. Good mark taken, and he will be lining up for his first goal in senior footy.
Yeah, he's the one to keep an eye on that I mentioned at the start of the day, and really good mark, and he's a beneficiary of some elite ball movement there from the Panthers, starting from Matty Zerner and Jason McCormack, and he strolls in now for his first measure of the day.
West pops it through from about 10 metres out, and the Panthers get around him. Flocking from every corner of the ground are his Eltham teammates, as it is an important goal for him, but an important goal in the context of this game early.
Yeah, what a sight to see as well for the young man. He's part of the under-17 squad, as we mentioned, and had a step up to the under-19s the other week and shown he was up to the task with 8 majors, and he's got his first senior goal for Eltham today, and what a moment for the young man.
Confidence building for him, and he is definitely one to watch out for in the forward line for the Panthers today. They bring the margin back to 7 points as we have almost gone 20 minutes in this first quarter. 3-1-19 to 2 straight 12 as the sun is trying to break through here at Eltham Central Oval. Moncrief taken without it. The umpire doesn't pay a free kick though. Winning it out was Darms. Now the ball's in dispute on the wing, and it'll be another boundary throw-in.
Kai Turner's also returned to the field after that early injury scare, and he's made his way to the half-back line, his natural position.
It's good to see. as the ball is tossed back into play here. Winning it out that time, McAvoy did the body work. Underneath it, no high contact free kick paid for the Panthers. Moncrief sends it out, and he finds a teammate in Matthew Johnson, who moves it on quickly now. Now there's a foot race. Good Shepherd laid. Can't take possession, though, for the Bulls. McCormick lays the body work on Fry, and it is another boundary throw-in about 55 metres out from the Bulls' goal.
Great win there from Jason McCormick in the 2-on-1 just to force the ball out and get a stoppage for the Panthers as they gain numbers to this contest now.
Important moments, early days in this one. Ball tossed back into play. Malia doing the ruck work up against Evans. No real winner at that time. Zerner picks it up. He's wrapped up by Malia. And it is a ball up. 50 metres out from the Bulls' goal. Broadcast side here. Watch for runners through the pack. Well done by Evans. Wrestled out Malia. Picked up by Ayres. Another tackle from Liam Malia. And we'll ball it up again. On this broadcast side, forward pocket for Bundoora. That time Ayres coming in. It didn't look like he nominated for the ruck. There is a boundary throw in, no free kick paid. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, the Bundoora midfielders were quick to notice that, and they made their frustrations known to the umpire, but he called play on, and we'll have a throw in now.
Ball tossed back into play. McAvoy and Ayres that time. No real winner out once more. Ayres underneath it. Now McAvoy wins out. His handball comes unstuck though. Berry tries to take it off the ground but doesn't. And now he lays the tackle on Crawford, and we will ball it up again. Bit of stoppage football here at the moment.
Yeah, the tackle numbers would be high in this contest early.
Evans and McAvoy. Evans slaps it over his head with the right hand. McAvoy and Berry are locked up again. We'll ball it up once more. McAvoy taking a few ruck contests in a row here. Tries to slap it forward with the left hand. Doesn't work out. Darms underneath it. McAvoy wins it that time. Taken without it. And now Moncrief tries to sidestep one. Handball back inside. Berry and Fry do battle. Fry goes to ground. And his handball finds Evans, who's wrapped up by McAvoy. And it looks like going to ground is McAvoy. Now there's a bit of angst on the field. McAvoy does get up, which is good to see. Straight back to his feet. Free kick going the way of Peter McAvoy.
Yeah, that was really silly from David Evans. Just threw a fist back behind play and caught his opponent late. Really, really lucky to not get a card for that incident.
Down he goes to ground. The umpire says holding the ball. And now going down, Collins takes down Malia. Bit of fight in this one at the moment, Jack.
Yeah, as the time goes on in this quarter, the tension starts to rise, and it's just going to add more spot to this contest today in what was already a must-watch fixture.
Evans goes back to Worley. It's in dispute now. Turno's wrapped up. We'll have a ball up 30 metres out from the Bulls' goal. If they can nab one here, the Bulls, they'd be pretty happy. Toss back up once more. Malia tries to tap it over Ayres, but Ayres wins it out that time. And again, wrapped up, bodies everywhere. 7-point lead for the Bulls. Ayres does the bodywork and fists it forward with the right hand that time. Underneath it, Sullivan, or Darms it was. There's a ball up again.
See, when Declan Ayres takes the ruck, he's really trying to hit this ball hard and clear the space and get it out of the defensive 50, as he does so on that occasion.
Perfectly called, Jack. Ayres tried to slap it forward. Underneath it, Swaney. Bell Chambers there as well for the Panthers. He picks it up now. Handball cut off by King. He's looking to get it on to Lamont. Well done, Berry. Left foot kick is poor, though. It's coming back through Lavolvo. They're about 2 kicks from home of the Bulls. Lavolvo swings around onto the left boot. Sort of chips one inside 20 metres out. King gets up there and takes the mark. Lovely kick from Lavolvo, and his teammates do get around him now. King led to the space, got it at its highest point that he could. Took a good clunk, and he'll line up from about 20 metres out directly in front.
Strong mark, really, really strong marking, and that's his first look at it today pretty much, but especially with Declan Ayres backing into that pack, that's a really good grab.
King comes in and his kick is good. Bulls kick away to a 13-point lead. Not much time left in this first term. Good setup by Luke Lavolvo, as I mentioned before. Probably one of the kicks of the day to his teammate in Jesse King, who would love that entry as a full forward.
Yeah, really smart entry, as you said, and I think that's a tactic from the Bulls. They keep their full forwards nice and deep and create that sort of hotspot area really clear. So, and that on that occasion, Jesse King got a good lead at the ball and managed to clunk it.
4-1-25 plays 2 straight 12. as we saw a lot of stoppage football and a few emotions flying a bit too high in the last 8 or so minutes of action. As we've gone 25 minutes in this first term. As it looks like the ball somehow, unless they change balls, but we're retrieving a new ball from the centre wing. The ball has gone too far into the creek, I've heard. So we've got a new one. And we're set to go back again in Eltham Central Oval. Umpires just getting to their spots. 25 and a half gone. First term, Eltham will not want to concede another one here before quarter time. This is big in the context of their season. So we're tossed up once again. Evans with the left hand underneath it. Darms. Good work by Urbon. He sends a handball out. Crawford was there. And now the ball's in dispute and we will ball it up again. Bundoora don't need to do anything silly right now. Just want to lock up the space. Tap forward underneath it. Fry holding the man. Free kick paid. Going the way of Tom Fry. He sends a handball out wide. And now they bring it more towards this broadcast side. The kick was past McAvoy. Can Lamont get there? No. Matt Zerner retreats for the Panthers. Sends a ball through the centre of Eltham Central Oval. Good intercept mark taken there. As the Bulls can move it out now. It's with McMillan. He plays on. Moves it out more towards the far wing. Moncrief's got a bit of space. Can he get there out in front of McCormick? He does. Retreats, has to keep it in though with the handball over his head. And now it goes over the boundary line in front of the Bundoora interchange gates. 26 and a half gone first term. Bulls by 13.
Both teams going full throttle when they have the ball. Just whenever they take a mark, move it on quick. It's good football to watch.
Tossed back into play. Umpires found a high contact free kick. He waves advantage. Now the Bulls can get another inside 50 entry. King lets it fall to the back of his chest and takes a lovely mark. Played the bodywork really well there on Miller Wortley. Watch the ball come to him and King will line up for his second in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, you caught it perfectly there. He's just really identified the flight of that ball and got out the back of his opponent there and just used his bodywork cleverly as he strolls in for his second measure of the day.
King comes in from 15 metres out. It is right, though, and he hits the post. Kicks one that he misses one that he would usually kick, I should say, and that's a costly one let off by the Bulls. 1-1 for the day, Jesse King, as Eltham have it now with Cooper James. His kick is poor though. Zerner underneath it. Malia, he picks it up. Handball underground. One more handball. And now kick off in midair. Tried to volley it, did Keegan Downey. World Cup ended a couple weeks ago. And now James moves it out. High ball towards the centre wing. And there is no mark taken and the boundary line does win out. Boundary throw in 27, almost 28 minutes gone first term.
Yeah, that would have been an absolute World Cup worldie there from Keegan Downey as he went the volley out of midair but could not flush it.
Just under 2 minutes to go here in this first term. McAvoy goes to ground. And now Bell Chambers gets the kick forward for Eltham once more. Malloy there, but it goes past him. Swaney chasing it and lays the tackle there on Ryder Jones. And we will ball it up in the centre of Eltham Central Oval. No teams want to give up a goal here towards the end of this first quarter. Slapping it forward, Ayres. The umpire's found a holding the man free kick once more. It is going the way of Bundoora. They are really on top here at the moment, the Bulls. Recipient of the free kick are the Bulls as they move it on quickly and send a high ball towards the forward 50. Malia standing under it. Can't take the mark. Good fist at the back there from Green. Lamont underneath it. Dishing handball inside. Phillips. Now to Malia. Good body contest there from Malia and Wortley. High contact free kick paid there by the umpire. Probably a fair contest, 50-50 there, but there is a high free kick paid going against Liam Malia.
Yeah, it just looked like it was two blokes contesting a 50-50 ball. And look, it was good to say neither player took a backward step, but it looks like it is a free kick the way of Eltham, and it will be Miller Wortley as the recipient.
Dishing ball back to Cooper James as we near the last seconds of this first term. He sends a ball inside to Cam Sullivan. And as I mentioned, they won't want to take any risks here, the Panthers. Sullivan clears it out of the defensive 50 now for the Panthers. It's a good pass. And the mark is taken on the third and fourth attempt there for the Panthers by Mitch Green. Umpire calls him to play on. He'll just send it down this broadcast pavilion wing. And getting out, Evans couldn't take the mark. Ball does stay in play though. He's wrapped up and we'll ball it up. right on true centre wing here. We've almost clocked over to 30.
Smart football from the Panthers. As you said, they had to play a safe style and get it towards the wing, and forcing stoppages would be their friend here.
Wins the centre clearance, sends a ball towards the forward 50. The ball trickles. There's a foot race. Can West do the bodywork well? It goes to the right, and the ball is rushed over for a minor score. That looks like it'll be our last score of the quarter. 13 plays 26 as they do bring it back in the hands of Ben McCarthy as the siren does sound here at Eltham Central Oval. Bundoora with the early ascendancy. 4-2-26 plays 2-1-13.